Hi everyone. In the last few lecture we have discussed one component system. In this lecture we are going to study the two component system, that is a lead silver system. So friends, all of you know that what is meant by component? The minimum number of independent variable constituents by means of which composition of each phase can be expressed either directly or in the form of the chemical equation is called as the component, and the component it is denoted by symbol C. So here the examples of the one component systems are, that is the water system and the sulfur system. Already we have discussed the water system and the sulfur system. So here in this lecture we are going to study the two component system, and the example of the two component system, it is a lead silver system. So here the two component system, in the two component system C is equal to 2. That is, when the two independent components are present in a heterogeneous system, the system is called as the two component system, and hence according to the phase rule, for the two component system having the one phase. So here this is the expression for the phase rule, F is equal to C minus P plus 2, where C is the component, P is the phase and F is the degree of freedom. So here for the two component system, this C is equal to 2, and here this P is equal to 1 here when we consider the single phase. So here the value of the F is equal to 3. So here therefore the two component system having one phase will have the 3 degrees of freedom or the 3 variable. So here if we have to define such a system, or if we have to study such a system, the 3 variables are pressure, temperature and the concentration. So here this will require the 3-dimensional phase diagram for the study of the two component system when F is equal to 3. However, in order to simplify the study, the two component system is usually studied in the form of the condensed system. A condensed system can be studied by reducing a comparatively less important variable. This reduces the degrees of freedom of the system by 1, and the system can be easily studied with the help of the two-dimensional phase diagram. If the degree of freedom F is equal to 3, in case of the two component system, the variables are pressure, temperature and the concentration. Here we require the 3-dimensional phase diagram. So here it is not possible to study the 3-dimensional phase diagram. So here a condensed system can be studied reducing comparatively less important variable, and here this reduces the degree of freedom of the system by 1, and system can be easily studied with the help of the two-dimensional phase diagram. So here the example of the two component system is lead silver system. It is a two component system. The two metals are completely miscible. That means here the lead and silver, these metals are completely miscible in liquid state and do not form any compound. There is almost no effect of pressure on this system. The temperature composition phase diagram, it is shown in figure. It contains the curves, areas and eutectic point. That means here the phase diagram is constructed by plotting the composition, temperature versus composition. Here the pressure is not considered, and here such a diagram it contains the curves, areas and the eutectic point. So here when we consider the lead silver system, it can have the maximum 4 phases. So the first phase is the solid lead, second one is the solid silver, then the third one is the solution of the molten silver and lead, and the fourth one is the vapors. So here the boiling point of the silver and lead are considerably high, and the vapor pressure of the system is very low. So the vapor phase can be ignored. It is not considered here, vapor phase is not considered here, it is ignored, and the system can be studied as a condensed system. The system thus can be easily studied with the help of the two-dimension two dimensional, that is the temperature and the composition diagram. So here that is a TC diagram, and the reduced phase rule equation, that is a f dash is equal to C minus P plus 2. Actual the equation or the expression for the phase rule is f is equal to C minus P plus 2, but here this is a reduced phase rule, that is a f dash is equal to C minus P plus 1. It can be used to study the two component system. The system is generally studied at the constant pressure. The phase diagram of the lead silver system is, so this is the phase diagram for the lead silver system. So here when we consider this phase diagram, again this phase diagram, it consider the curves, areas and eutectic point. So here let us consider one by one. Here let us consider the curve AC. This is the curve AC. So here this curve, it is a freezing point curve of the lead. Along the curve, two phases solid lead and liquid are in equilibrium. So here the solid lead and here the liquid, that is the liquid of the silver and the lead, these two phases are in equilibrium. Then let us consider the curve BC. So this is the curve BC. So this curve BC, it is a freezing point curve of the pure silver. Along the curve, two phases, that is a solid silver and the liquid melt are in equilibrium. These two are in equilibrium. So this is the curve BC. Then the point C. So this point C, it is called as the eutectic point, and here at point C, three phases, that is a solid silver, solid lead and their solutions are in equilibrium. So here C is the eutectic point. Then here let us consider the areas. So here areas A, D, C or A, C, D. So here in this area, solid lead and the melts are in equilibrium. Here the solid lead and the melts, that is a liquid of the lead and silver, they are in equilibrium. Then the area BCE. So here BCE. So here in this area, solid silver and the liquid or the melts are in equilibrium. Liquid melts, they are in equilibrium. Then here area above curve ACB. So here the area above the curve ACB. So this is the area. So here silver and lead is present as a homogeneous liquid solution. So here there is only one phase, that is a liquid melt, that is a liquid of the silver and the lead. Then the area below DCE. So here DCE. So here the no liquid phase is present. Here only the solid silver and the solid lead are present. So here this is a phase diagram, that is a two component phase diagram, that is the temperature versus composition for the here for the lead and the silver system. So this is the phase diagram. So let us consider the description. Once again, the diagram, it consists of the curves, areas and eutectic point. So here the curve AC. So here the curve AC, it is the freezing point curve of the pure lead. The melting point of lead decreases gradually along the curve AC and with the continuous addition of the silver. Thus the curve AC showing the effect of addition of silver on melting point of pure lead. So here all along the curve AC, two phases, that is a solid lead and liquid are in equilibrium. So according to the reduced phase rule. So here what is the equation for the reduced phase rule? F dash is equal to C minus P plus 1. So here the value of the C is 2, value of the P is also 2. So here F dash, that is F is equal to 1, that is the system is univariant. So here when we consider the curve, so here the curves are the univariant. Then here the curve BC. So here the curve BC is the freezing point curve of the pure silver and represent the effect of addition of pure lead on the melting point of pure silver. So here along the curve BC two phases, that is a solid silver and liquid are in equilibrium. Again according to the phase rule, here the F is equal to 1, that is a here the curves BC is univariant, that is F is equal to 1. Then here the point C, it is called as the eutectic point. So here at point C, here the three phases, that is a solid silver, then solid lead and their solutions are in equilibrium. So here the point C, it is the eutectic point where the solid silver, solid lead and their solution coexist. The curve AC and BC meet at point C. Since the experiment is carried out at constant pressure, the number of degrees of freedom for the system at the eutectic point C is 0 on the basis of the reduced phase rule. Therefore, the point C, it is called as the eutectic point, that is the lowest temperature at which the liquid melt can exist. So here the temperature at this point, it is called as the eutectic temperature, and composition at the point C, it is known as eutectic mixture. So here as per phase rule, reduced phase rule, F dash is equal to C minus P plus 1. So here the C is equal to 2 and here the 3 phases are in equilibrium. That's why here the P is equal to 3 plus 1 is equal to 0, that is F is equal to 0. So here the point C, it is a non-variant or it is a non-univariant. So here at point C, that is eutectic point, the composition is 2.6% silver and 97.4% lead, and the corresponding temperature is 576 Kelvin. So friends, this is about the curves. So here there are two curves, the curve AC and the curve BC, and here eutectic point C. Then let us consider the area. So here the area ADC and the BCE. So here in the area ADC, solid lead and melts are in equilibrium, whereas in the area BCE, solid silver and the melts are in equilibrium. Melts means here the that is the solution of the lead and liquid lead and the liquid silver. So here area BCE, solid silver and melts are in equilibrium. Therefore, the two phases exist in these areas, which follows that the system is monovariant in these regions. Then the area above the curve ACB, in this area silver and lead is present as a homogeneous liquid solution. Thus there is only one phase in this region. Applying the condensed phase rule, that is the F dash is equal to C minus P plus 1. So here the two component system, that's why C is equal to 2. So here there is only one phase, so P is equal to 1 plus 1, that is a 2. Therefore the system is bivariant in this area. So here when we consider the area above the curve ACB, it is a bivariant. That means here we have to specify the two variables to locate the point in the area ACB. Then area below line DCE. So here the no liquid phase is present below the line DCE. So here the solid silver and the solid lead are present in this area as two different phases. So this is a monovariant system and the variable is the temperature only. So friends, this is about the two component system, that is a silver lead system. Then let us consider the merits of phase rule. So what are the merits or what are the advantages of the phase rule? So here it is applicable to the both physical and the chemical equilibrium. This is the first merit or the first advantage of the phase rule. Then the second one is, it is a convenient method of classifying the equilibrium state in terms of phases, component and degree of freedom. It indicates the different system with same degree of freedom behave similarly. Then fourth one is, it helps us to predict the behaviors of a system under different sets of variable. And the last one is, it helps in deciding whether the number of substances remain in equilibrium or not. So these are the advantages or these are the merits of the phase rule. So let us consider the limitation of the phase rule. So here it can be applied only for the system in equilibrium. The number 2 is, only 3 variables such as the pressure, temperature, composition or concentration are considered, but here not electrical, magnetic and gravitational forces are not considered in the phase rule. It is applied only single equilibrium system. It requires almost care in deciding the number of phases existing in equilibrium. Then solid and liquid phases must not be finally divided state, otherwise a deviation occur. So these are the some limitation of the phase rule. So friends, in this lecture we have discussed the two component system as well as merits and demerits or advantage and disadvantage of the phase rule. Thank you.